Sunday Bless Club loves. We are all in the house on all the channels: YouTube, Substack, Instagram, Facebook. This is how Bless Club is going to work today. We're going to do the centering practice as always. We're going to send some prayers to Hawaii. And I'm going to ask you to set your intention as you come into the practice. Do you want to use the Bless practice today to heal something or to manifest something? I'll walk you through the practice, every step. So simple. It's all science-backed. Not that that matters because most of us know. We'll be here for about 10 minutes, and then I'm going to switch gears. And Bless Club is we're starting to turn into this like book club vibe, right? Because the Bless and Release book is coming. You can order it now, daniellelaporte.com/bless. Hey, Nadia. And we are starting to drop the audio chapters. So the book is on its way, and the whole thing is going to launch on April 17th in the Centering app, my new app, which is like the operating system for your spiritual wellness. Okay. So Sunday, we're now firmly into that spring vibe, spring equinox. Such a good day to gather and practice. All right. So let's do the centering practice. And for everybody joining, you can be in motion, you can be getting ready for your day, you can just be seated. I'll run us through what we're going to do. I mean, this is just the practice version. There's a meditation version of centering, which is, you sit for like 11 to 21 minutes. All right. So as you're gathering, think about something that you either want to heal or that you want to manifest. And then just one aspect of what you want to heal or what you want to manifest. So if you're healing, let's say your healing focuses on your body, focus on one element, one topic, one theme for healing your body. We just work with like strands of light in this. And then if it's something you want to manifest, we all want like an amazing, entirely amazing life. Just focus on like one aspect of your life. And then we begin the centering practice. Okay, so with the centering practice, your breathing is natural. And by that, I mean you inhale, exhale through your nose. Your mouth is closed. That's what's best for your nervous system. Okay. And because it's Sunday and we could all use the extra love and focus and intentionality, I'll open us with a dedication of merit. You can repeat out loud after me, or you just come along for the ride. We dedicate the merits of all of our spiritual practices, our centering practice today, to the awakening of all sentient beings and the healing and purification of Mother Gaia. Full faith, so be it, and so it is. Okay, put your right hand on your heart center. And then just take a few breaths, just a little deeper than usual. And you can move your hand down. You could have your hands in prayer. You could have your hands palms down on your knees or face up. If you need more energizing, palms face up. And then become aware in the center of your heart, there's this golden luminous quality, unconditional friendliness, golden shimmering light, warmth. And now we get the mind to relax. Think something really positive and beautiful. So you can think about how much you love love. You can think about generosity. You can think about laying on the grass, basking in the sun, your favorite day of your life, your dog, something just really sweet and beautiful. Okay. Now, whatever you've decided that you're going to center into your heart to heal or manifest, you bring that into your heart chakra. You can see it as a visual, as a symbol, as a landscape, a face, a color. I often, when I'm doing the centering practice, which I do every day, multiple times a day, I see something written across my heart, like a sentence in a very particular typeface. You brought that into your center of your heart, to that golden lit space. Your breathing's natural. And now we work with color frequency. This is you being a healer. Every color has its own healing code. I'll walk you through the colors. So you're going to see whatever you brought into the center of your heart. basking in this rainbow spectrum, the full light spectrum. It's as if light is shining through a stained glass window. All the colors are lit from within, very transmuted, opulescent. So it's like bright pinks, that fuchsia color pouring through your heart. And then you've got that light orange, very lit up and luminous, like an electric peach color. Everything has its healing code. Then you move into that shimmering gold, buttery, lit up, very vibrant. All these colors are on their own, but they're intermingling, full spectrum of light. Then you move into that minty green. It's very luminescent. It's kind of got that sparkle to it. And then a light blue, sky blue, all these colors lit from within. And then the last color in the spectrum of light, you bring in that purple. It's like really luminous. It's not too rich. It's more like a lavender or a lilac color. Shimmering, radiant. Whatever you've brought into the center of your heart to work with, to heal, or to amplify, is basking in that full spectrum of light. These are healing frequencies. Your breathing is natural. Whatever you've brought into the center of your heart is getting everything that it needs to get with this full range of color. Talk to you after about the science of this. It's resting. This is something that you're manifesting. It's resting in the expansiveness and the possibility. If this is something that you've brought into your heart to heal, it's resting in the healing capacities. Heart center is vast. We work with the heart chakra because this is where change happens. Change does not actually happen in the mind. It happens first in the heart, and then the heart directs the mind. Okay, so I'll run you through the colors one more time. You're really letting whatever you've brought in really absorb, like just basking, and you're aware that you are radiating these color frequencies in all directions. So the front of your heart, the back of your heart, we so often forget about the back of the heart chakra, all directions. You are now radiant. So whatever you've brought in, I'll walk you through the colors. So those pinks, really dynamic, and those light peaches, and the golds, the minty greens, sky blue, and then that violet color that's really electric and translucent. It's like a lilac. We're going to take a few more breaths and then wrap up the centering practice. And then I'm going to teach for a bit. Okay, so a few more breaths. Now, this is the most important part of this practice, or as important. Whatever you brought into your heart for creating creativity or for healing, just let it be there. You did the work. You just did the energy work. You did the most important thing. You worked at the energy level where everything begins and everything changes. You let it rest. No analysis. Don't have to think about it. Just let it be for the rest of the day. Just let it be. It's in the vastness. Another breath and just put a bow on the practice. Okay. So if you're just joining, if you've been here for the centering practice and you want to bounce, you bounce. Just know that you can do centering 100 times a day if you need to. You can do it as an extended practice. 11, 21 minutes becomes a meditation. For those crunchy feelings, a little bit of anxiety, little fear, or the big dream, we're now in this Aries and spring energy. This is the time to get like really clear and you act on it. You ask, you declare. Yeah. You bring all those visions into your heart and you vivify them. You light them up with those healing codes. You let it all rest in the space of the heart. Okay. Let's talk about letting go today. So, first lesson of bless and release. So, if you're just coming on, we're doing the centering practice. We just completed the centering practice. Centering practice is the heart of my new book, Bless and Release. Subtitle of the book is The Physics of Letting Go and Wanting What's Meant for You. Centering practice is how we let go, except you actually can't let anything go. This is the primary teaching. What do you mean I can't let anything go? There's so much I want to let go of. I know there's so much we all should be letting go of. Except physics teaches that energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be transformed. So letting go is not about annihilating and cutting cords and pushing things away. Letting go is about integration. Letting go is about getting all that heavy stuff or all the stuff that you desire to vibrate at a higher level so it's lighter and it becomes more magnetic to what you actually want instead of magnetic to what you don't actually want. So letting go is more of a move around alchemy, not annihilation. How do you alchemize it? You work with things at an energetic level. You work with light, you work with breath, you work with the heart chakra, you work with thought forms. So many times, in our centered membership, people will talk about, I remember one session in particular, one of our women was having a really hard time with her daughter. And there was lots of strain and stress, and they just couldn't get on the same page with things. And Faith, her name's Faith. I've told this story before, so I have her permission to tell it. Faith was saying, like, I don't know if I should text her, if I should uninvite her to Thanksgiving dinner, if I should invite her, if I should pay for the vacation. And it was all like really logical mind stuff. Like, how do I make this relationship better? How do we get on the same path? And I said, Faith, have you worked on an energetic level with this? Why don't you just go sit in your backyard, sit in your garden in the chair, just tune into your heart, bring your daughter into your heart, work with some breath, work with some colors, just pour some color onto the situation. All light has healing codes. Light is consciousness, light is love, light is healing. And then let your heart tell you the next best move for working with your daughter. Maybe the next best move is you text. Maybe the next best move is you let go for a while, or you pay for the holiday, or whatever it is. And time again, I hear results from people who are doing the energetic work and changing their approach to letting go. Instead of pushing away, it becomes an embrace. And that's what centering and blessing and releasing is all about, because the other law of physics here is that what you push away pushes back. This is Newtonian, pushes back with even more force. Force creates anti-force. What you embrace, what you bring in, what you accept, what you face, what you love, that's how it changes. It begins to transform. Ergo, I love when I can say ergo, it transforms you. Okay, so we have a reading from, this is not the book, this is the manuscript of the book. Imagine yellow, beautiful yellow, 6 hours of audio. You can get it right now, daniellelaporte.com/bless. You can get it digitally, the hardcover, the paperback's coming in a couple months. So, reading from Bless and Release. What gets released? Conscious letting go is really about conscious creation. It's the shift from lower to higher energy states, from low vibe to high vibe. Since energy can't be destroyed, what we feel, whether it's pain or it's desire, whether it's something you want to heal or something you want to manifest, whether it's pain or desire, it must be transformed into a higher vibration. This is actually the definition of progress. Release happens when we give something our focused, positive attention. What's another definition for focused, positive attention? Intention? Blessing. Welcome to Bless Club. When we put blessing energy on it, it changes state and it begins to flow forward. All healing is about energy circulation. When we bless and release something, where's it going? Where are we sending it? We're sending it back into our energy field, which is connected to the unified field of life. The power of the centering practice is that it raises the vibration of what's in your energy field. You become a closer vibrational match to what you desire. You become more loving. You become more lucid. By bringing what you want to let go of or what you want to manifest into your heart center, you bless it with light and good energy. And when you exhale, the release is going back into your energy field in a better form, and it's raising your frequency. This is called healing, and you are the healer. And the centering practice is your tool. And that is Bless Club for today, my loves. This is what you need to know. We have time for questions because it's Sunday, and I love all this. And I'm so glad you're here. Know that every Sunday at the same time, 9 Pacific, 10 Eastern, on all the channels, YouTube, Substack, Facebook, Instagram, I will always be here indefinitely. I don't know how many months I'm going to do this, but probably for a long time. It will always be free. This is part of the center. We will always be here to do the centering practice. The centering practice is the heart of the Bless and Release book, my new book, Fully Vivified. Yes, Chaos Alchemy. My new book. Go to daniellelaporte.com/bless. We are dropping the audio chapters right now. The full book is going to be launching in my app, the Centering app, which is coming out on April 17th. The Centering app is about building and getting playlists for your spiritual practices. Think Spotify for your spiritual wellness. Okay, so first question coming in. April orbits. How do you release mother's guilt? You don't release it, you integrate it. You love it. So mother's guilt. So I have 4 planets in Virgo, so I know guilt, sister. Guilt is my cousin. Guilt is what I carry her around tucked in my bra 24/7. So what I do to work with guilt is I do the centering practice. So let's do a quick run through of this. So I get really clear what I'm here to heal is guilt. It's how I'm going to use the centering practice. I think something positive and high energy. I get my ego mind to relax. I see my heart filled with light. I bring the guilt topic, something really specific, into my heart chakra. Take a few breaths, bring it into my heart chakra. And what I usually see is I just see the word guilt written in my heart center. And then I work with all the colors, full spectrum, the pinks, the peaches, the golds, the minty greens, the sky blue, that electric lavender color. And I let it rest in my heart. I just let it saturate, soak in all that loving attention, focused, positive intention. I'm blessing my guilt. I'm blessing my pain. I bless my neuroses. I bless my big dreams. I bless my arrogance. I bless my fear. I bless my desires. I bless my kid. I bless my birthdays, my projects. Focused, positive intention. I do the energy work. I don't push it away. My big dreams, I don't push them away with doubt and fear. I bring them in. I don't push away my fear and say, I should be more courageous. I bring my fear in. I love it. I give it the attention it's seeking. Everything that's coming to your mind is seeking some attention. All feelings want your attention. You decide what quality, what amount, what kind of attention you're going to give to the subconscious self. I recommend love. Yeah. Okay, question about working with the color frequencies. Lori's saying she loves the book. So lots of us are already getting into the Bless and Release book, right? So daniellelaporte.com/bless. This is my manuscript. I just printed it out and got on an airplane. First time I've done a read through. So Lori's asking about color distinction. Are the colors pastel? Are they vivid pastel? This is actually a really important question. So this is the clearest visual I get. What we don't want is heavy, rich, saturated colors. So we don't want to work with reds and deep oranges and dark purples. Those are too dense. We need more energy circulation. We need light to be coming through those colors. So it's almost like the tone of the color overlays light. It's as if it's the quality of color when you see light shining through a stained glass window. So the stained glass window can have all of those primary colors of the reds and the blues and the dark purples. But when the light shines through, all of those colors become luminous, right? So the reds become pinks and the oranges become peach and the rich greens become minty and the dark blue, the sky blue and the golds and the light purples and all of that. So transmuted, lighter. When you see rainbow colors, it's actually very pastel. So when I was teaching the centering practice early on, this used to be called rainbow heart. Be like, it's like ice cream colors. But ice cream is it, but it's not quite it. It's like doesn't give that luminous lit from in it. So it's like just radiant rainbow. Yeah, I hope that answers it. Yeah. Bless the pain. So, what's my definition of a blessing? Focused, positive intention. Everybody is just tuning in. See lots of people on Substack as well. Hey, Carolyn. Everybody's tuning in. This is Bless Club. I'm here every Sunday at this time. We get together, we do the centering practice, and it's all connected to the new book, Bless and Release. Bless and Release is at daniellelaporte.com/bless. Best URL ever. The principle here is that you actually can't let anything go, that it has to be transmuted. Energy cannot be destroyed. It came into existence. Nothing can be annihilated. Actually, this is one of the things that I write about in the Bless and Release book is, we've been taught that like there's this black hole in the universe where things just go and they get annihilated and destroyed. That's actually not accurate. The black hole, well, there's not more than one, there's multiple black holes. Black holes are actually transmuting things. So black holes actually take the energy that come into them, they recycle it, and they move it back out. Everything is circulating energy. What's the definition of illness? Stuck energy. What's the definition of healing? Circulating energy. How do you circulate energy? Well, you don't push it away. You bring it in, you give it focused, positive attention. It lightens up, it gets what it needs, some consciousness, and it goes back into your energy field. Everything is in your energy field. It never leaves your energy field. This is a pretty sobering metaphysical truth. Every thought you've ever spoken, every word you've ever said, every action you've ever taken, still hanging out in your auric field. Does that feel shitty and heavy? It might. Then what do? You lighten it all up. You transmute all of that stuff. Focus, positive intention. Or as Dana on my team says, focus with 2 S's. She's still, it's the Canadian way. We'll take it anyway. Focus, positive attention or intention is the blessing. Yes, the concept that you cannot let go of anything. Nothing can disappear. Okay, question here from Shay and Molly. Molly is talking about losing a pet. And Shay is confirming it's one of the worst pains. It is one of the worst pains. I feel like there's a special place in our heart that's just for our animals. Nobody else gets to go there, not even our kids. Yeah, sorry for your loss. Bring the grief in. Work with the grief. Don't push the grief away. Okay, any other questions before we bounce on this Sunday? From Julie Robinson. Hey, is it possible to amalgamate my old, focused entrepreneur self with my new depths of motherhood self? I feel like I have a double personality and it feels dense and confusing. Yeah. A couple layers. One, love the density and love the confusion, because that's the discomfort. The discomfort isn't actually, I have my old entrepreneur self, my hustler self, and I got my mama bear self. That's all great. That's like power and power, different forms of power in your beingness. What sucks is the dense feeling, the heavy feeling, and the confusion. I've been talking about confusion lately, this last week or so. Confusion is, I think we need to have a healthier relationship with confusion, and we need to bring it in instead of push it away. I mean, this is really everything that Bless and Release is about. You bring it in instead of pushing it away, so it transmutes. So confusion is an indication that the mind is seeking a solution. It's better than thinking that you know it all and that I'm definitely doing this. I mean, of course, last time for clarity, we're going that way. But to have like a really loving, positive relationship with your confusion and let it relax, and your consciousness is just scanning for what's new and what's best and what needs to emerge, and just go from there. Don't even worry about merging hustler self with mama self. Just love the confusion. Literally love the confusion. And here's the nuance with all things Bless and Release and the centering practice is whatever we're bringing in to be healed, we're not asking it to change. We're loving it as is. You're not asking your confusion to become clarity. You're not asking your sadness to become joy. You're loving it as is, the way we all want to be loved, as is. This is the current condition that I'm in. I am bold and I'm beautiful and I'm brilliant. Love me as this. This is the current condition that I'm in. I'm confused and I'm heartbroken and I'm afraid. Love me as is. You created all the stuff. You created your brilliance and your dreams and your confusion and your fear. You're the mama of all of that. We love it as is. Stardust sunshine. Hey, love. In grief of losing a parent, do we just let the light flow into the heart? Yes. I mean, you will realize the more you do the centering practice and you work on that energetic level, you will realize that the light is actually coming from within the heart, that you're using when we project, when we pull that light into the heart, we're actually using the mind in its most powerful capacity. Like we're putting the mind to its highest work, but the light is actually coming from within the heart chakra. I've got some, so just bring the grief in. I see some questions coming in somewhere else. Let me just pull this up. They're in team. Okay, questions posted here. So use this for things that you want to dissolve as well as things that you want to come in. From the Yarrow on IG. Yes. Here's why. This is getting juicy. Because letting go and manifesting are the same power move. It's the same thing. I know that's not what we've been taught. We've been taught that letting go is pushing away and cutting cords. I write all about cutting cords in Bless and Release, by the way. DanielleLaporte.com/bless. Not into cutting cords. I'll tell you why. Letting go, which is really about integration, and manifesting are all about circulating energy. It's about raising the vibration. Everything is about raising the vibration. Whatever we want to let go of, we want it to be lighter so that it moves through our system. Whatever we want to manifest, we want it to be lighter so it moves through our system. So it's more attractive to higher vibrations, to realization. Okay, other questions. Can you deepen how to not send the energy you do not long for into yourself? Okay. Okay, I understand the question. So, can I go deeper on this topic? I think is what you're asking. So, we all have the free will, the capacity, the ability to change our mind. When you are ruminating, when you are looping, when you're like mind fixated on something, you need to get into your body. This is why breath works. This is why, like, the first thing you do when you're going into panic or anxiety is you do whatever you can to regulate the nervous system. So you're breathing, you're working with light, you're working with whatever you can see and you feel. There's a chair, there's a plant, there's the sky, there's my hand. I am here. Where was I going with that? What was the question? I need breakfast. How to not, okay, yes. Okay, so you get your nervous system a bit calm, and then you don't push away the thought that you don't want to think. Again, never pushing away, not about annihilation. You say, I hear you and I see you. Chatty fears, chatty desires. I hear you. I'm so spacious and I am the parent of you. You can come in and you can relax in the heart space. Just come in, relax. It relaxes. And then, like a mother, you choose higher vibration thoughts. I'm happy that I have great teeth. I'm happy that there's a fridge full of food. I'm happy that God has my back. I'm happy to be alive. I always make it through. This is the spiritual warriorship, to bring in the negative thinking, let it relax, say, I've got you. I'm not denying you. I'm giving you love and attention. And I'm the mother. I'm going to choose a higher vibration thought. And you know that all of those lower vibration thoughts actually just want attention. They just want to come home. The lower stuff wants to vibe higher. It wants to change, but just let it relax first. What if it is your heart itself? Do you just let it flow in? Don't understand the question. What if it is your heart itself? I think I answered it when I was talking about the heart being the center of everything. The Buddhists often use the sky as the metaphor for the heart, to teach us how vast we are. So I like to think this when I'm out on a walk. Just think, wow, I look at the sky and I think, I'm actually that big. My consciousness is that unlimited. And when I get into that mode, any problem that I have feels a little bit silly. Starts to shrink in the vastness of the sky. Who's taking notes? Somebody said they're taking notes. Yes, take notes or just get the book, daniellelaporte.com/bless. Someone from the team will drop in the URL again. All right, I feel it's time to wrap on this beautiful Sunday. Okay, what about general world anxiety from Earth, Sun, Moon, Love? Okay, I'm glad you brought that up. Okay, this will be the last question. I'm glad you brought it up because Hawaii is, parts of the islands are flooding right now. Homes being swept away. The dam is in jeopardy of breaking because Dole Pineapple Company family, which has really pillaged Hawaii. They built the dam so they could grow more pineapples in the fields, and they haven't taken care of the dam or the people. Fuck colonialism. So anyway, back to the original question of the world. So in Bless and Release, I wish I had the finished book, but I don't. This is my manuscript, daniellelaporte.com/bless. I have a number of centering practice applications. How to use the centering practice for healing relationships, how to use it for healing anxiety and fear, how to use it for obviously manifesting, how to use it for your body, and how to use it for the world. So how I use this for the world is I will work with one area on the planet at a time, and I bring it in my heart and I just do the centering practice. So today is part of my Sunday practice. Make sure we got everything PG here. How I will use it for Hawaii today is I will just do the practice of the centering. So a positive thought, higher frequency, light-filled heart, and I will just see the flooding happening in Hawaii, bring that into the center of my heart, and I will add in some virtues, some forgiveness, some stability, some generosity, some resilience. We'll do more of that in next Sunday in the centering practice. Kind of been warming everybody up to working with virtues in this. And then I will pour all those colors onto Hawaii. Let that rest in my heart. Get on with my day. That's the work I've done. Okay. All right. Things to know. daniellelaporte.com/bless. Bless Club will happen every Sunday. Invite your friends. Keep coming. There will always be replays. We are self-publishing Bless and Release. It's coming out. You can now get chapters and audio, and it'll be available in digital. It's launching now. It'll fully launch on April 17th in my centering app. You will get free access to the centering app because you got the Bless and Release book. Phase 1, Tier 1, first level is free. Playlists for dissolving anxiety and working on relationships and all of these practices. And you'll be able to come and do the centering practice all the time, every day. I will be there. Yeah. Okay, daniellelaporte.com/bless. Thank you, Stardust Sunshine, that you're loving the audiobook. Tell all your friends, get lots of copies because we are self-publishing this. The goal is to beat all the sales I've ever had. So 20,000 copies of the book out in the world by the middle of May. 5,000 people in the centering app on launch day and beyond. Eventually millions. Yeah. I'm going to really do what we can to help regulate the nervous system of the planet. Yeah. Okay, loves. I'm so glad you're here. Everybody, Substack, YouTube, Facebook, thank you for being here. All the love.